you, Michael. I'm good. You both look fantastic.
Come see us on our show.
I will. I'm free.
Okay. Okay, good.
Gentlemen, let's get serious. Tim, right here, Tim. Tim, right this right. Tim, right here. Tim up here, please. Tim, right here. Jennifer, right this right. Just good one right here. Just good one. Just good one back here. Just good one right here. Joel, right here. Joel.
Levi's never go out of style. They're always there, and they're always, the right thing to wear. They're always comfortable in that way. So I think we've seen this hair costumes like every 10 years. Somebody's bringing it back.
As it takes place in the 60s, it's immediately following an era when women were corseted and restricted in so many different ways, and so it's very representative of the liberation of the time. Don't you feel that we go through this thing where like every 20 to 40 years we celebrate, very specific eras, and this is one of them. This is one of those times we're celebrating the 60s.
I had bell-bottom jeans with patches on them, sew your own patches on.
Yeah, it wasn't my favorite era, I gotta be honest.
Yeah?
No. I don't think American flags should be worn on your rear end. I'm just more of a patriotic kind of gal. She is. Yeah, and I like a nice blow dry. So it wasn't my favorite era, but it's a great show and a wonderful score. Yeah.
Right. And how about all the way down here on the left? Guys, all the way down here. Calvin and Will, you get the two.
Hey guys, one more right in the middle here.
Well, like hippies, it seems like the first thing that they could do to like voice their dissent was to change the way that they dressed. So the first thing they did was like tear up their clothes, wear their jeans inside out, put patches all over them. I guess as far as Levi's is concerned, that they've been the principal jean forever.
It's like American. It's just like so American, and hippies, get a bad rap, and they were uber American and all about America and patriotism, and like Levi, it doesn't get any more American than Levi's, you know.
Aquarius.
his clothing is at first comfortable. It's a very working class Henley shirt and a simple pair of Levi's that are just patched and patched and patched and patched to keep them together because those are his favorite jeans. Henleys are very popular right now, and so like Henley's pair of jeans and a jean jacket, completely walking on the street. Not with long hair and a headband and a feather, but you know, just take away the details and you have a contemporary look. This really is probably about the most timeless looking outfit in the show, the most timeless looking costume in the show, because it actually doesn't look like a costume at all. Because there's simple things that have not gone out of style or have actually come back into style with more strength, but they never really left these simple pieces. The styling of it is what makes her look like a hippie. You know, in the show, she wears her love beads and things, and she parts her hair in a very iconic hippie way. But that's what makes her feel more like she's in the 60s, whereas the outfit could be right on the street today. Last summer, we used a real vintage eyelet camisole, and during the run of the show, when it was getting very weak, I went to buy something at the Levi's store, and I remember calling actually my assistant Lisa and saying, Sheila's top is on a mannequin at Levi's. So I bought like 10 of them. So this is actually a wonderful an actual Levi's garment, and then the crochet top is from a street fair.
How apropos that these are like next to me as I'm having this conversation about the world of fashion.
And everyone has their joke idea of what a hippie looks like, the Halloween party hippie, and that is the one thing we wanted to avoid. And so to avoid that, we committed ourselves to being true to a generation and to be true to their style and their own individual creativity. Wearing Levi's, wearing denim, which was a utilitarian garment, and something you only wore to do a job where you got dirty. And you know, it started in the 50s with motorcycle drivers and Rebel Without a Cause and all that stuff. It was an act of defiance to wear something like this, and so it just became the base garment for a generation. The Levi's 501 is integrated in the show directly and indirectly because it's an original fit, it's an inspirational fit, and it's the jumping off point where all the other fits developed from. So indirectly or directly in the show, the 501s are quite predominant. There are a lot of clothes in the show that could walk down the street and nobody would really know the difference. It's all how they're put together that really makes, it's adding the long hair and the beads and other things like that sort of, set them apart.